Welcome back to Indie Tiger's Sci-Fi Review. I'm Indie Tiger, and in this short video, we're going to be talking about Indiana Jones' relevancy in Raiders of the Lost Ark. For those of you who haven't seen Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, this is your spoiler warning. If you want to go see it now and come back, please. So, there's a theory out there that Indiana Jones isn't relevant in Raiders of the Lost Ark because he doesn't do anything to change the course of what happens in the movie. Well, that may be true. It may not be true. There's some presumptions in that theory that may not necessarily actually happen. The biggest thing is, will this certain army of a European nation in the mid-20th century actually discover the MacGuffin that he's asked to go after by the U.S. government? So the movie opens up with Indiana Jones in Peru, and he has recovered a gold statuette from a Peruvian temple, and it's almost immediately taken away from him by a rival archaeologist named Belloc. Indy returns to the United States and is asked by the U.S. government to find a certain box that is topped with angels and is known as the Ark of the Covenant. Indiana Jones is not the expert in the location of the lost Ark of the Covenant, but his colleague, Dr. Ravenwood, is. And Dr. Ravenwood has gone missing after saying that he's discovered the location of the Well of the Souls in this ancient Egyptian city named Tanis. And that is where you can find the location of the Ark of the Covenant. Indy doesn't know where Ravenwood is either, but he knows where his daughter is located, so he goes to meet up with Mary and Ravenwood, and they starts an adventure with Indy and Marion and some of Indy's friends to recover the Ark of the Covenant. And as I say, Indy is opposed by a certain army of a certain European nation of the mid-20th century, and also Belloc, who is working with those army people to recover the Ark of the Covenant. Indy actually finds it, and it's quickly taken away from him again by Belloc, so there's a little bit of foreshadowing there with the beginning of the movie. And Belloc decides that he wants to open the Ark of the Covenant before he takes it to the leader of the European army of the mid-20th century. And in so doing, Belloc and the army managed to win top prizes in the Darwin Awards by removing themselves from the gene pool. And so Indy and Marion are present at the opening, but Indy has learned to respect the power of the Ark, and he tells Marion to close her eyes and not look, and Indy closes his eyes and doesn't look, and they manage to survive while the tin soldiers and Belloc manage to unalive themselves, as it were. So, why is it that Indiana Jones is actually relevant to the movie? Now, according to Screen Rant, it's because he causes things to happen in the movie that would not necessarily happen otherwise. He convinces Belloc that it's important to open the Ark before he takes it back to the European country where the leader would use it to help conquer the world. And that might be true. That might be true. But what's more important in my mind is that Indy and his small group of friends, without support from the U.S. government, managed to take on a well-organized army or division of an army or a portion of an army, and they, through luck or persistence or what have you, they do manage to keep it out of the leaders of this European country. They manage to keep it out of their hands as a small group of individuals, and not well funded. Not, the U.S. government isn't giving them funding. They're not providing materials. It's an individual or a small group of people who have this happen, who make this thing happen. And that's the important part to the movie, in my opinion. Indy, with only his wits and his intelligence, managed to keep a very dangerous weapon out of the hands of a well-organized, highly financed and supported group of people in this European country. And that, to me, is the American dream sort of in a nutshell. That's what this movie is really about. It's not about whether or not Indiana Jones and his group of friends succeed or not. It's that they manage to do things as a small group of people against a large, well-organized group of people. And Indiana Jones can be forgiven for being betrayed by his own government. So that's where I think that this is the point of the movie. This is my opinion. It's really telling you what the American dream is at the time. It's small groups doing great things, and Indiana Jones can be forgiven for the end of the movie, where he doesn't actually obtain the Ark of the Covenant for the museum. It's taken away by his own government. He's blindsided by his own government at the last moment. So he's not only up against a certain European country's army, but he's actually, the whole time, he's actually been up against his own government. And so that's where, to me, Indiana Jones is actually relevant. And so those are my thoughts on Indiana Jones. And as I say, I think they're going to try, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But I think they're going to try to correct what is actually not an error in the plot of the original movie in Dial of Destiny. I hope they're not going to go back in time, even though it looks like they are, and make Indiana Jones relevant in a movie where he actually is relevant to begin with. Those are my thoughts. As I say, quick little video, Let me know what you think. And if you like this content, please like the video, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. And I hope everybody has a great day. And I look forward to reading your comments. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.